Hey y'all, it is Tap In Tuesday. So look, I know I'm not in my normal setup. I know I might look a little rough, but it's okay. Today when I was grocery shopping, I just started doing this. I don't know where. I think I was waiting in line or waiting for something, and I just started doing this. I think I was in TJ Maxx, and I just started doing this. And if you know sign language, that means Jesus in sign language. And whenever I started doing this, and I know I'm repetitively doing this right now, but whenever I started doing this, I started thinking about the nails that went in Jesus' hand. And excuse me if I get emotional because this really has touched me. And I thought about when things hurt, when life hurts, when situations hurt, when things end or we lose loved ones or we meet unexpected things and it really hurts and we say it hurts too much and we can't take it and we can't survive it and we can't move forward from it. And then I thought about the nails in his hands. I thought about the nails in his hands. And not only the nails in his hands, but them driving the nails in his hands. And I thought, that must have hurt. That must have caused pain. That must have hurt too much. That must have been way more than he had even thought could happen. The hurting of the pressure. Not only was he receiving the nails driven in his hands, but he was stretched wide and he was hung when he did it. And I thought about it did not hurt that much for my Savior to die for me. It didn't hurt that much for Jesus to sacrifice his health, his wellness, his power. Jesus had enough power to come down, but he did not hurt enough to say that I won't do this for people who are going to need it 10 years from now, people who are going to need it 20 years from now, 300, 400 years from now, 2,000 years from now. It didn't hurt him too much that he came down. So I want us to be reminded, self-included. Y'all listen, these 2020 Tap In Tuesdays have been for me as well. But I want us to remember the pain, the tragedy, it's not too much to bear. When it starts hurting, you think of Jesus. When it starts being so unbearable, you think of Jesus. You think of the nails that went in his hands. Him being stretched, him sacrificing, him being tortured, him being disrespected, him having to really come down to a place of humility to stay on the cross for us. So that pain that you endured last week, that pain that you endured 10 months ago, that pain that you endured 5 years ago, Keisha, that pain that you nearly endured 15 years ago, it doesn't even compare to what our Savior experienced. Now, I dare you, if you want to try to see if what you experienced hurt a little bit worse, go and drive a nail in your hand on a board. For people who might turn against you, for people who might decide they don't need you anymore, for people who may, be ashamed of you, you go and you try that and you see just how much that hurts. And you think about, does that amount to the pain that I experienced? Because let me remind you, his endurance on the cross, his endurance of the nails in his hand was for the very pain that you and I experienced. This month I'll celebrate 15 years of my little boy's life. And I'm reminded that the nails driven in his hand, it does not even compare to what I experienced. Because that's what he did for me. And I assure you, my friend, that's what he did for you. So this week, as you think about those things that hurt, as that pain sometimes resurface, as you go on about life and you try to kind of get through the hurt and through the pain without even kind of acknowledging it, remember this. Remember Jesus in the midst of your pain. Remember Jesus in the midst of your hurt. Remember his sacrifice. Remember the nails being driven in his hand and that he did that so that the pain we experience can be conquered. The pain that we experience can amount to nothing, and that we overcome just as he did, and we walk out victoriously. Y'all, all I can say, and I'm going to tell myself all October long, is to remember Jesus. I literally was sitting here eating my dinner, and it came back to me. I thought about it, like I said, when I was in TJ Maxx. It came back to me when I was in Walmart. And I'm sitting here eating my dinner, preparing for my week. And it came back to me. Jesus. Your pain is not too much. Though it hurts, though it seems like a burden to carry, though it seems like, whoo, is this ever gonna end? I promise you, if you keep enduring the pain, something great will come. Look at what has manifested because of what happened from the nail-driven hands on the cross from our Savior. I love y'all, and y'all press through. I promise you, we will all get through this. You guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful Tap-In Tuesday, and I look forward to tapping in with you all month long, all 2020 long, till we get to the end of this thing, because there's greatness. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm coming out of this thing. I'm speaking it. Sorry for keeping y'all so long. I love you guys, and I'll tap in with you all next week.